What'd you think I meant by that title?
We interrupt this video to bring you a special message from iFixit. No, we interrupt this interruption with this interruption about new stuff from iFixit. Wish you had a new graphics card, but inventory sucks? Fix the inventory problems with iFixit. Whoa, don't drop it. Can't fix that with iFixit. Just kidding, yes you can. Wish you could take iFixit with you anywhere, but your pockets aren't big enough? Introducing the new More
And the new Minnow.
Take them with you anywhere. So get iFixit for your loved ones, or just get them for yourself.
In all seriousness, I would never abuse you guys, but I would absolutely abuse these fans. I'm bored. I'm bored, and when we make a lot of videos in Techtober, sometimes I go...
Techsember? I mean, Techmas?
What did I say?
You said Techtober. That was 2 months ago, bro.
What month is it? So in Techmas, I get lots of opportunity to do things. And I've got this power supply, which also doubles as our resolder station. And I just was like, you know, it goes up to 15 volts. So maybe we would just see which fans can take the heat and which can't. So PC fans, they are usually rated in a minimum starting voltage, which is the amount of voltage it takes to get the fan sort of like spinning. Usually most fans will kick up the speed and then slow it down because startup voltage tends to be higher than what its minimum spinning voltage is, because once it's already got momentum, it's easier to keep it going than to start it, right? Think about a car pulling away from a stop sign versus giving it throttle when it's already moving. It also gives us an opportunity to sort of test like which motors in here maybe are a little bit better quality than others, bearing type tests and all that sort of stuff. So what I've got right here is an array of different fans ranging in pretty damn cheap, like these F12 or F12s from Antec, all the way up to like Be Quiet's Silent Wings Pro Force, which are not cheap, right? And we've got the lian-li P28s right here, which are also not cheap. Then we got some middle range fans, like we got our lian-li Unifan. So we got a pretty wide array here. I'll be honest, the only reason I'm even thinking about doing this is one of the fans, one day we were playing around with this and I had it plugged in. I was like, hey, can it take 15 volts? And it was like, woo, and it went fast and it was like, woo. It started slowing down, which means the motor was probably overheating, maybe expanding, maybe the brushes were touching the side. Some are brushless and some aren't. So they're all different designs. And I was just like, what happens if we just test them and see which can take the punishment? I think we're gonna start with the AMD aluminum brick cooler, just the stock old cooler. So if we go right to 12 volts, now they're not really intended to go higher than 12 volts. Unlike a car, where DC or direct current in a car, 12 volts is what the battery is designed to provide, like the 12 volt systems. Typically when the alternator is charging, the whole electrical system can see as high as like 14.8 volts, which is significantly higher than 12, but all the electrical stuff in a car is built in with that sort of buffer to be able to handle that. Fans for the most part are not. So there's 12 volts. At its rated electrical life, that would last probably 100,000 hours at 12 volts. 15.2. It's gonna be a super uneventful video of just like everything survives 15 volts. Watch that. I'm sure there would be some degradation over time, but I bet you anything it would run a long time that way without there being any issues. So AMD box cooler fan, check. Cooler Master, something or another. Okay, let's go right to 15. It's like watching paint dry. So Cooler Master Mystery White Fan, check-ish. Okay, so this is the V-True fan that comes with the, it's rated 12 volts at 0.35 amps. That's a lot more, let's see, I guess we'll test that rating. Maybe that's also including the lighting, I don't know. Anyway, this is the one that comes with that like cheap box cooler that we did a review on a long time ago that you used to be able to get for as low as like 25 bucks. I think they're like 45 now, but inflation, right? Okay, let's see what this one does. It does actually pull a bit of power, look at that. Well, it must be a conservative rating. It says 0.35 amps, it's only pulling 0.2 essentially. All right, right to 15. Dang, even at 15 volts, it's not pulling the amps. But it's sure, it actually like significantly sped up. Like the Cooler Master fan, I feel like we got a little bit extra RPM out of it, but this one here, like the second oh, this one also said 0.37 amps, so, and 0.55 amps on the 5 volt LED. So very conservative ratings. You can tell like the second I give it more voltage, it still stays pretty linear. That must be a pretty decent motor in there then. All right, well, so far I apologize for the lack of anything happening. So the V-True fan, check. And actually, significantly gave more airflow. All right, let's go ahead and jump up to one of the big guys. Wouldn't it be ironic if one of the big fans like blew up? So this is one of the Be Quiet Silent Wings Pro 4. It's rated up to 0.3 amps, 3,000 RPM, and it's got the medium, high, and ultra high speed setting. So I gotta go ultra high speed setting, otherwise it's gonna limit the voltage on its end. It's kind of scary sounding. Dude, the amount of air coming out of this thing. Hold on, I gotta turn this around. Don't chop off a finger. Are you ready, Phil?
Yep. Wow.
Does it sound like I'm out in the wind? It works as an air conditioner. Check. So this right here is an SP120 from Corsair. It's just like one of their basic RGB fans. I don't think they make this one anymore, to be honest. It's the first time we've ever plugged it in or given it power, so I guess we'll see. It's pretty underwhelming. Dude, the amps though, it's crazy how these fans that don't like being overvolted, how much the amps like bounce around. I mean, look at that. That's the part right there that tells you the motor doesn't like it. Like it's sitting stationary, so you can't say I'm moving it around, giving centrifugal force on it, right? Or gyroscopic force. But that tells you right there, it was like going kind of high for a second there. It was down the 80s and then it was like 145, 70 to 144. Okay, this might be the most boring video I've ever made. Okay, that one, if you wanted any indicator as to how much thrust this thing was making, if I just go, ugh. So this is the first one to start slowing down with more voltage. Ironic, this is one of the most expensive fans here. Okay, sorry. Yeah, slowing down. Okay, I'm just gonna let it go. But it reaches a pitch at which it stops declining. Because what we're hearing is RPM decline. I want to compare 12 volts to where it finally slows down. There's 12 volts. So it's slightly lower than where it was. That might be like a smart controller built in there then. So these are PWM fans, these are not PWM signals. This is DC or direct current. But I went to 15 volts and it went, whoa, we're probably going way faster than we're supposed to be going. And then it slows itself down and gets closer to its max RPM expectancy. And then as I brought the voltage down to 13.3, it slowed down and it was like, oh, hey, you're actually doing okay. And it brought the RPMs back up. So it'll probably, if I go 15 right now, it'll probably go up and then back down. Yeah, now it's slowing it. So what seems like, this has got to be a built-in safety feature of the fan. What I'm getting out of this video is I need a stronger power supply, one that goes to like 18 or 20 volts. V1 Tech makes it easy to create your dream setup with a wide range of customizable PC parts, desk and wall art, gaming mats, custom phone cases, and more. Choose from existing designs or create your own to bring your favorite art to life, allowing you to truly make your setup your own. And V1 Tech is proud to announce their all-new RGB shadow box wall frames featuring addressable RGB lighting and swappable artwork, allowing you to change the look and feel of your setup quickly and easily with no tools necessary. Start creating your dream setup with V1 Tech by following the links in the description below. Jeez.
You're taking your fan for a walk.
Oh! So we're gonna test this now with our Delta fan. This is a 1.6 amp rated like server fan. RPM on this is like what, 3,000?
Scary.
It's also brushless. This will be able to take the 15 volts, no problem. The thing is, it's already scary at 12, so I don't know what to expect at 15. We are installing the blade guards on here for, well, because it's capable of this. Now it's like a Klondike sandwich of super stupid fan. Dude, we haven't even hit its rated yet. I just want to see. I'm gonna go 12. Wow, even the Delta fan is just like, oh, you got! So it's not a power supply, but I do have a 20-volt lithium battery for our drills. So we're back to the P28, the one that was creating enough thrust to start walking across the table. Let's see what happens now when we put 20 volts to it. The fact that it didn't even die already, like we're at 20 volts. It keeps coming this way. Woo! Wait a minute, AMD fan time. Let's see, if anything's gonna fail because it's cheaper, it might be this. Boring.
I know, at least blow up.
Look, free energy. Aw.
It's pretty good.
There, free energy. 20 volts. All right, well, clearly 20 wasn't enough to get it done. Maybe 60 volts will get the job done. Either way, we're blowing up a fan. We're gonna get smoke. Stay tuned.